Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach Enough channel. In this video we're going to preview I forgot what week it is, great start, week 8 of the 2024-25 NBA Dream Team season. So I had a little break in terms of Dream Team with the NBA Cup Finals, I think is what they're calling it on, like the sort of in-season tournament. Which is why some of the games that appeared on the grid, the schedule grid, didn't count for our benefit at Sports Deck. So just, I guess, question came up. I am using the Yahoo one. It's just a little bit off because of the NBA Cup. So you can see there's a few games on today. So obviously it says Monday, but because we're a day ahead here in Australia, you've got to read the day forward. So essentially for this round 8, week 8, we are just looking at these 4 days. So, a lot of these teams where it says it plays 3, you can actually chop off one. For what I can tell, the only 2 teams playing 3 games is New Orleans and also Sacramento. So that's why if we have a look down the bottom here, Sabonis is the most popular trade in this week. A break even of 109, so he sort of has the potential of losing a bit of cash this week, but does play 3 games, which could get you a boost in terms of overall points. So it is a bit of a gamble, I think, because the other thing to keep in mind is if we go ahead to week 9, where you can see quite a few teams have 4 games for that week. Sacramento only has 2 games. So the Pelicans also only have 2. You can also see like the Clippers, Chicago both have 2. So this might be a reason why a few people are trading out James Harden. He did have a bit of soreness, but he isn't on the injury list. I'll scroll too far down. If we go to LA Clippers, he's not on there currently. So I suggest he would play. Obviously only 2 games this week. But then 2 games next week as well. So, one you don't necessarily have to trade out if you've got him. I don't think he's the most popular option at the moment. But the 2 I do have to trade out are Payton, who's just been dropped essentially from the team, and McCain, who is out long term with an injury. So I have to do those 2 trades, and then I do have a third one. So it could possibly be Harden. It could be Edwards, projected to lose 210k is a bit scary. It could also be Towns going up to Sabonis. So basically, flipping them over the next 2 weeks. The risk is there. Sabonis will lose money. Towns will make some money by the look of it based on his break even, which would then make it a bit harder to get him back in next week. But we'll see what we can get for Payton and McCain first off, and we'll go from there. So we're looking for value, so we're going to the break evens. And I think on the previous video I had Dinwiddie alongside Desonmu from Chicago in. So Dinwiddie plays for Dallas. Just check he's not on the injury list. I haven't gone through all of them just yet. Looks like he's in the clear. So Dallas's upcoming fixtures. So they do have 4 next week, which is nice. Only the 2 this week, obviously. And Chicago have 3 next week. So sort of suggests that probably the longer term player might be to look at Dinwiddie, a bit cheaper as well. And then I guess if it's a case of McCain's out long term, maybe someone like Council could get some more minutes. I don't really know enough about the Philadelphia roster. I've only just sort of spent a bit of time looking at the injury list. So McCain's out, had a surgery and is out indefinitely. So not one we want to consider. Estimated back in February. There you go. So I guess we don't necessarily have to have a shooting guard either. We can go forward with Barrett swinging back. And I guess another popular option that's come up is Buzelis, -14 um, at four and a bit mil, so about the same price as Council, but has put a few points on the board in the last round. Um, scroll down, any chance? So yes, it did play 4 games and really only had one big one out of the 4. So there was a couple where he's gone off, but then I guess his last one was back to sort of what we would usually expect. So have a look at Council real quick. That's the stats. So I had a couple big games in round 6, and then so I guess that break even might only be for the 1 week, and then back to a 31. So might be something to look out for. About Champagne's got a couple there, and I guess only having played 5 games by the look of it too. So played just a couple of dribbles and drabs, and then it's come in and played some good minutes. So is he an option potentially? Put him in. So if we make those trades, it gives us 2 mil. So I don't even think we could do the Towns too. So well, we could. So that's still on the table. Could also look at a substitute for Harden. Well, I'm not too sure who. You know what? Let's just do it. Got to risk it for the biscuit. Sabonis done. And then I think based on projection, he does just shade it over Jokic. So 3 games, we'll back him in as captain. Boston's got 3 games, so he can start. Monk's got 3 games. And there we go. So we'll wrap the video up there. As always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, add them below. Give us a like, subscribe, all that gear, and we'll catch you in the next one.